I'm on a walk down to my tennis this morning, and when I woke up at 5:45, I realized if I didn't have something to do, I would go back to sleep this morning. And that kind of disturbed me, because the only reason I'm going out is because I had an appointment in the world. It wasn't an appointment that I wanted to stimulate myself, but an appointment in the world. And I'm on this walk, so this is not really a halakhic walk, the way to walk, because I don't suggest this. I don't suggest being in the world because of an obligation. You see, for 3 years I got up every morning to get out at 7 o'clock for myself, and now I'm getting out for myself because of a lesson for someone else. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. I walked into the kitchen to do my hands, and there was a spider in my water cup to do my hands. And actually, I feel bad. I took the spider and I threw it out. I don't know if the spider was dead or alive, but so I looked up about it, spider being a mystic symbol. But this is not the point of the video. Long-winded again here, 2 minutes. But the point of the video is that I'm walking down the street and I saw a man eating breakfast roll. And then I realized that the Nahash is the animal soul. The Nahash is actually goes into the mouth and kind of like goes down the whole center stomach and spine area, and then comes out the anal, and it's the mouth is food. And the whole idea of the Nahash in Gan Eden was that he gave Hava food from the tree of good and evil, and they ate. And then he gets punished by having to go on his belly. So we're talking about food, you see? And the Nahash symbolizes the animal soul, you see? Now this animal soul, which will eventually be transformed into Moshiach, it's the Nahash as animal soul that gets transformed into the Moshiach. And the whole idea also of the bia, the intercourse, because in a virgin, it takes 2 bias, 2 intercourses, to make a child. The first intercourse creates the vessel, and then the second intercourse creates a child. So for Cain, there was 2 intercourses. One from the Nahash, and one from Adam. So the Nahash had a seed, a sperm in Hava, and then Adam also had a sperm in Hava, an intercourse in Hava. It takes 2 intercourses, and for Cain, it didn't come from the same father, so to speak. It came one from the Nahash, and that's the animal soul that's with food, that goes in the mouth. And that's why we get a desire for food. The food, I saw this man eating some coffee and like some roll with some, I don't know what was on the roll. You see, this desire is like almost like the desire for coffee. It's like the smell satisfies a person. It can't be that coffee. But, you know, I have a story of my uncle 40 years ago when I lived in Germany. He came to visit me. We had to take him out for coffee in the morning. And we drove, it was like an Easter Sunday or something. We had to drive like 100 miles to get him a coffee because the place that was open. And when he gets the coffee, he hadn't said a word, you know. All of a sudden he smells the coffee and he comes awake. Wasn't even something in the coffee. And it's the same thing with a roll. This roll this man was eating had virtually no nutritional value. He's going to work all day on the food from a roll. Anyway, the nahash, it satisfies the food going in the mouth, which is the open snake, and then the food goes down into the belly where it is. That's what the whole idea of it is, a snake. And this nahash is a sota going on the belly. It's the male of the sota, Hava, who has a child, and her belly gets big because she had first she had two partners, the animal soul, and then Adam as 606, 605 with a final mem plus one. 606 is the Atzmut. He represents the godly soul, and the Nahash represents the animal soul. But miraculously, the gematria of Nahash is the same as the gematria of Moshiach. So, and this is my Hiddush for today, it's the animal soul that gets transformed into the Moshiach. It's not the godly soul. The godly soul never leaves. You see? It's always that. It's always been Moshiach, so to speak. Doesn't need this transformation. It's the animal soul that has to be transformed. But the animal soul has this Moshiach potential. And this is the beauty, that the lowest form, so to speak, becomes the highest form. It's the animal soul. When you go to sleep at night, and that's what happened to me today. That's how I know all this. I went to sleep. I woke up 2 minutes before the alarm. Even though there was going to be an alarm, I knew I woke up. Now, how is that? It's because, to tell you the truth, the animal soul never left the body. When I went to sleep, the godly soul left the body. The godly soul went away. The animal soul is still here, still breathing, pumping, heart, stuff like that. But there's a part of me that went up in the soul exchange that happens in the middle, that happens in the night. Soul exchange. My godly soul up there. The thing that makes me a man of an Adam. And my unique thing, my godly soul exchanged. My animal soul stayed down here. I have one animal soul. You know, I don't exchange animal soul. I exchange godly soul in sleep. And that's what this little video is. As I'm walking down.